It took me 30 years to learn what I'm going to tell you in 10 minutes. So watch this video till the end and get your life back. So as a little girl, I always wanted to be a mother since I was a little girl. And so I was like in a journey of, I have to look up for husband and be a mother, be a wife, without knowing really the responsibility. So the first time I got the positive line, the 2 lines that I'm expecting, I was so happy, so excited. Although it came at a time when it was not expected, I knew I always wanted to be one, but I was not ready. And now these 2 lines here confirming to me that I'm going to be a mother in the next 9 months. I was happy because that is something which I couldn't second guess, because I thought I could make a good mother. I knew I wanted to do it. So I was happy. Went for my first shopping. The first thing I did actually when I got the 2 positive lines, I went to do shopping for the unborn. I didn't even know how far along I was, so I just went and did that. And the next day I went to the hospital, and there it was. I was 7 weeks, headed to 8 weeks pregnant. I was so happy, I was so excited. And here comes, I'm now happy, expecting this change in my life. Then just one afternoon, it was afternoon, I was just watching my favorite show and I feel deep sharp pain in me. I didn't know what was going on, but I thought that because it's my first pregnancy, maybe those are normal things. So I just continue watching, and the pain going on and on and on and on, and now it became too much, and I let my partner know what was going on. And it was kind of not normal because I realized I was bleeding. So we had like a family doctor, called the family doctor, and the family doctor that just rushed the hospital. They didn't know what to do. So we went to the hospital. They did the ultrasound, the scan. They told us everything was all right, gave us medications, and I was so happy that, oh my God, like that was quite a scare. All these processes, like running up and down, moving up and there. Now we are going home at around 7 p.m. and it was quite a scare, but we are happy. Everything is good. So the doctor recommended bed rest, so I'm in bed. And I really had a supportive partner, like what I really prayed for as a little girl. So I was so happy for that, and I was in bed. He brought over food for me there, and everything was all right. And now midnight, I just started feeling another sharp pain again, and I thought maybe this is just normal. I wanted just like to sleep through the night, but I was like, the pain was becoming too much to bear, too much to sleep, too much to even close your eyes. Like the pain was becoming too much. So though I wanted to just be there and maybe see what tomorrow has, maybe tomorrow is going to be better, but my partner said that no, we just have to go back to the hospital again. So again, we go back to the hospital for the second time. And now this time I remember like it happened yesterday. We are in the hospital. They ran the ultrasound again, and to our surprise, what we didn't expect, both of us, like, sorry, you just underwent miscarriage. And I think I've never experienced so much pain and sadness in me, and I've never seen my partner broke down the way I saw it that time. Like, we didn't plan to have the baby, but when the baby came, or when we found out that we were going to have the baby, we were already prepared and everything was in place to accommodate the baby. And so when again it's taken away from us, taken away from me specifically, because this is what I always wanted, I felt so sad, so stuck. I didn't know how to move forward. Like it was not easy. But then you realize that life is not about that. You can't attach something to life. You can't attach motherhood to life. There's life before motherhood, there's life after motherhood, there's life during motherhood. So to me, I was like, oh my God, now my life is gone. Now how am I going to face tomorrow? Now how am I going to like move past it? I didn't tell most people. I only told 2 of my best friends. I told them we are expecting a baby, and now I was like, how now am I going to approach them that no, now we are no longer expecting a baby? How was I going to do that? And all that thought came to me. I started working at a old nursing home. Sometimes we story with a very senior adults, senior old story with old age people, and you see how like someone is old and happy regardless of having a child, and you're like, so it really doesn't have to be that it's the child that's gonna make your life complete. Sometimes it's not about the child, sometimes it's just you. Like, are you complete, you alone, without having to involve a third party, second party? Like, are you yourself complete and happy with just you? Another thing I learned is that you cannot blame everyone for your issues and your problems, because at this time when you miscarry, you start blaming, what did I do that made this happen? Did the doctors do their work? Was my partner supportive enough? Was my parents supportive enough? Like, now you start like blaming others over things, and you realize that you can't blame anybody. Sometimes some mistakes we make, let's say you didn't get what you want, or you can't keep blaming people, you can't keep blaming the government, your friends, your parents, your grandparents, your relatives. No, sometimes the decision is just about you. It's for you to go about what you want, and not look back and start blaming people that, you know, if it were not for this, it was not for that. No, it all happened because of you. And this does not apply to medical stuff, or it doesn't apply to something medical. This applies to maybe something that you can do alone to change, which does not require, because sicknesses and diseases and death, that's beyond us. That is something that you cannot put, and also you cannot give another human being that burden that now you are blaming them for that thing that happened to you. You cannot blame that on a human being. It happened because it had to happen, you know. The universe has its ways of balancing stuff. Maybe your life turned out like that because that is how it was supposed to turn out, but you cannot just let it that is how it's supposed to turn out. Maybe you can just do something to change. And another thing, it's really hard to deal with human beings. Like, it's hard to deal with human beings. Sometimes people treat you based on how they were raised, where they're coming from, like their environment, what's happening around them, their past experiences. Sometimes it really doesn't have to do with you, so you shouldn't keep blaming yourself that it happened. He or she is doing this to me, or is saying this to me, or we're having issues solving the problem because of me. No, sometimes people like solve problems or like interact with people based on their experiences, based on their raising, based on the environment around them. So sometimes you don't have to blame yourself. When I started my YouTube channel, it was like my safe space where I laid out my feelings and all that. Also, I enjoyed editing videos, and it was nice. And then the thought of now growing my channel started hitting me, and you know, at that point the shit hit the fan, and it's not fun anymore. Now I was like, why am I even doing this? Forgetting that doing it made me happy without the outcome. Like, I was just happy with that. So, you know, when you attach value to it, like money value to it, then you start thinking different. Now I stopped being consistent in YouTube, and then just like that, I was not happy, and I was like, wait, I was doing this thing without money, but now I'm focused on growing my numbers until I forgot really the main reason why I started doing it. And I'm like, no, I'll just do what I do, because the journey is the destination. Like, the journey of doing it, I enjoy recording, I enjoy editing, I enjoy doing that. So that's the destination for me. When I gained so much weight and have been postponing on going to the gym, I'll go to the gym. This time I'll go to I'm waiting for my friend is busy. Let's wait for a time that fits both of us. Let's do this. Oh, then I realized that months is passing, weeks are passing, like nobody is ever ready. And if you're waiting on a friend, then it means you're never going to do it. So I waited, and then this time my friend said, okay, let's go. Okay, we went, and she didn't last even 30 minutes in the gym, so it meant I'm leaving too, because like I thought that if she's there with me, then I'll get the confidence, because people are men in the gym. And so I was not doing what I'm supposed to do alone, because I'm waiting on someone who maybe we don't share goals, share dreams with. Like, it's just me. Like, I needed to be my best friend first, to know that I can go anywhere alone without having anyone to accompany me. I can do anything alone without having anyone to accompany me, because the moment that you put that you have to go with a friend, you have to in a restaurant, you have to go with a friend to join a club. Let's say, I'm not going about nightclubs here, but also it's not bad. Like, maybe you want to join a particular club for discussing particular things, but because your friend is not going, because your friend is not there, now you're not doing. No, you have to be your own best friend. And if you're your own best friend, then it means you can do anything without really thinking, oh, I'm alone. I waited so many weeks and so many months waiting for go with a friend, and then when we finally went, then I realized that no, she's only there for 30 minutes, and in my mind I wanted to do like 1 hour and 30 minutes, and then I had to leave, and then I had to rethink again, like, is this really what I want? And though I started going alone, because it's for me, I'm doing this for me, I'm not doing this for anyone. And I think also for you, like, you're doing it for you. You shouldn't do anything for anyone, because when it's that you're doing it for anyone, you're not giving it your best. You're just doing it because you're doing it for anyone. But the moment you know that you're doing that for you, then you give it your best, you give it your all, it becomes best. Journey is the destination. There's no way that you're going to let me make more money. After I get more money, then I'm going to be happy. No, you get happy in the process of making the money, because the moment you get even that more money, you want more money, and like on to the next thing, because human needs are limitless, are endless, they're ever there. If you enjoyed this video, please give the video a like, and you can subscribe to my channel.